Hello, I'm Captain Remoshay Nelson, Thunderbird 12, Public Affairs Officer for your United States Air Force Thunderbirds, and welcome to Girls in Aviation 2020. I am the Public Affairs Officer for the Thunderbirds, and I oversee the publicity, the marketing, and the recruiting efforts of the team. So my role is to connect the team to the community. We travel all around the United States, showcasing the pride, the precision, the professionalism of the airmen that make up the Air Force. And it's our job to connect with the communities and educate them on what the Air Force is all about as representatives. And my team plays a really big role in doing so, whether it's setting up engagements virtually like this, or interacting with the crowd at an actual air show when we have a normal show season, doing media engagements. My team oversees our social media platforms. So my role is really to be the connection between the team and in any community that we travel to. As a public affairs officer, essentially my role is for the team, in general for the Air Force, I'm an advisor. And so what I do is I advise the commander on public issues. So anything regarding a crisis situation where maybe perhaps an aircraft crashes or there's a mishap, a personnel issue, maybe we have an airman that gets into an incident that may bring media attention. So I am one who advises our commander on communication issues and policies, and I help him communicate with the public as well as airmen within our squadron or at our base. And then I also, as an officer, oversee a team of public affairs professionals. So that's our photographers, our photojournalists, our videographers, and our job is really to tell the story of the Air Force. We take photos, we produce videos, we oversee our team's social media, and it's just our team coming together to connect with the public. And then we also have community outreach where we find amazing opportunities just to connect the Air Force with communities and the public. And so as a public affairs officer, I oversee those efforts when it comes to media operations, community engagement, and then internal communication within the organization. So I'm a professional communicator is what I like to say, but I'm also a connector. And I absolutely love my job because I get the amazing opportunity, especially in this role, is to interact with even youth, where I get to find great opportunities for our pilots, for our team to meet young individuals, the opportunity just to connect with us. We can share our stories with them, hear what they're looking to learn about, and we can just motivate them, inspire them in any way, and just be mentors to them along the way. I would say when it comes to being in the military, my biggest role model is my stepfather. He was in the Navy, and one thing that he used to do is tell me all these amazing stories about his time in the military, all the places he would go, he would travel, the people he would meet, the experiences, the different missions he would be a part of. And I knew when it was time for me to make a decision on what I wanted to do with my life, I did not want a typical job like a lot of other people in my family. I wanted something more so like my dad. So I started to look into the military, and when I was looking at military branches, I connected with the Air Force the most because of its core values: integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all you do. And those are things that I like to go after myself. Those are personal like morals that I have for myself. So it mostly connected with me. And then I love to travel. I've been to about 43 countries, and I love airplanes. So being a part of the military, being able to travel the world to showcase what we do has been awesome for me as far as a public affairs officer. I would say personally and professionally, my biggest challenge is definitely self-doubt. So where I come from, I don't have, like, growing up, it was like my parents were mostly the one pushing me to do anything. But as far as like dreams and goals, a lot of people weren't able to achieve those. So I was a bit worried that that would be the same for me. So I doubted because of external things, whether it's my gender, my race, where I come from. I just was very self-conscious, and I doubted my ability to do certain things when I first started as a professional. And I was very self-conscious about that. But what I quickly realized is that you can't worry about the things you can't control. You can only focus on the things that you can. And so I started to, one, when it came to my professional career, just really buckle down and focus and become an expert on my job. What do I need to learn about my job to be the best? And just building my personal confidence up, not only that, but also as a leader, coming into the military, being very young, being asked to lead at 21 years old. I'm leading teams of people who have been in the Air Force longer than me, who are older than me, who have way more experience than me. So that was a little bit intimidating. So working on my self-confidence and believing in myself was definitely a challenge for me. One of my favorite moments, I can't say it's the favorite, but one of my favorite moments is a very difficult time for my team. So I was stationed in Incirlik Air Base in Turkey, and we were responsible, meaning my public affairs team was responsible for documenting the bed down of combat operations. So we had received F-16s, F-15s, A-10s, and we were getting ready to go into Syria. And so we had a few roadblocks on being able to tell that story. And so just working with my team to figure out the best way to showcase what my base was doing and what we were doing to be a part of this major operation. We had several roadblocks. You know, we weren't allowed to have media on base. We had a lot of restrictions with documenting certain things. And so we were told no a lot. And so at one point we thought that we wouldn't be able to tell the Air Force's story, and we were very concerned. But for me, no means next opportunity. So every no we got, we came back as a team and huddled together on how can we still tell this story. And so at the end of the day, we figured it out, and my team did an outstanding job of just highlighting it and being able to push our stories out through very creative means. And, you know, we go to sleep one night, we wake up the next morning and you see the photos, the videos of the aircraft taken off from our base on major news outlets in the United States, being all the way in Turkey, and knowing that my team was able to do that after having so many barriers. Definitely proud, because I was able to work with some amazing airmen who told the Air Force's story in a very creative way after having so many barriers. That's definitely one of the highlights of my career, just working with some of the most creative individuals in my career field to tell that aviation story, the Air Force's story about what we were doing and our capabilities. As I said earlier, the public affairs officer for the Thunderbirds. So 1 through 12 have numbers, and I'm affectionately known by 12 for the most part, and that is the public affairs position. We have 12 officers on the team. Thunderbird 1 is our commander and leader, and so he actually leads the squadron, and he flies in the number 1 jet. And then what you typically see at an air show are Thunderbirds 1 through 6. There are demo pilots, and so you'll see them fly over. And then we have Thunderbirds 7 and 8, who are also pilots on our team, but one is the director of operations, and the other one is the advanced pilot and narrator. So he flies before the team goes to an air show to set up everything for us, and during the show, he's actually on the mic narrating all of the maneuvers that you'll see in the air. And the rest of us are what we call support officers. So you have Thunderbird 9, who is our flight surgeon, who oversees the health of the team. Thunderbird 10, who's the executive officer, and she helps with all the admin actions, oversee our budget, and takes care of the team overall. And then Thunderbird 11 is our maintenance officer, and he leads about a team of 90 professionals who maintain our jet. They're the backbone of our squadron. And so they make sure the jets can take off safely and they land safely. And then me and my team, I'm Thunderbird 12, again, the PAO. And our team as Thunderbirds, we were established in 1953, and our mission is to recruit, retain, and inspire. So we travel all around the United States to showcase the Air Force's mission, to showcase the Air Force's mission, and just represent the pride, the professionalism of the 693 total force airmen who are stationed all around the world, some who are deployed, are in deployed location in defense of our nation. If this is something you want to do, go after it. Go after it full force. Find out what your passion is when it comes to aviation. There's so many amazing opportunities in aviation. It's not just flying a plane. You can actually be a maintainer, work on the plane, or just like a role like mine and my team. It's just documenting and showcasing the amazing aircraft we have in the Air Force, and telling that story is a great opportunity. But find your passion, lock it in, and go after it. Don't let anyone tell you no. I tell people all the time, life is like flying a plane. Figure out what you want to do. As a pilot, you have to study, understand your craft, get ready to fly the jet. Once you get in the jet, you're going to experience things such as turbulence. There's going to be weather, things that you cannot control, but you focus on what you know so you can go after it and land safely at your destination. And that is whatever your goal is in life. So work hard, go after it, and don't worry about the things you can't control. You have everything in your power. You have enough, you are enough, and you can do it.